I have received a few questions about the upcoming assignment, the year-long guidance plan, and so I just wanted to make a little video of some things I hadn't thought about until the questions came. So before I get started, I love when you guys ask me questions. It helps me drive the direction that I want us to go. It helps me realize, what did I miss? Because I understand the assignment and I know the background of the assignment, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you do. And I think sometimes when we are in these online courses and we don't have that dialogue face to face, you don't always capture the essence of really what I'm trying to teach you or what the book is trying to teach you. And so I figured I'd take a few minutes just to debrief through the assignment just a little bit more so that everybody's comfortable with it, and hopefully I answer some questions you might have yourself. So you're going to go month by month. So I'm expecting August through May to be represented. Obviously in August it tends to be a shorter month. We're only in school for a week or so, so I'm not going to necessarily be looking for the depth of things there. I'll probably see under system support, meet the teacher, prepare classes, maybe schedule changing would be under system support. So even though the rubric says 3 to 4 items per month would maximize the points, I'm not asking for as much in August because I do recognize that it's a shorter month. Some of the questions I've received are, can we repeat things? Absolutely, especially in responsive services. Providing crisis support to students should probably be listed every single month. I'm not asking you to necessarily come up with what that responsive services activity looks like, but be able to kind of give me a general description. I think if you go under course material and you look at the sample monthly calendar, they do a really good job of providing a bunch of different things to look at for responsive services. So providing referrals to outside sources as needed. That's something that I could also see every month. You can repeat. I just don't want your whole year-long guidance plan to be repetition. So have some variety, be creative. Think about, if you were really a counselor, what are some things you might experience and where would they fall? When we look at the guidance curriculum, because I know you're thinking, how do I get 3 to 4 items in guidance? Well, you're going to provide guidance differently to the different grade levels. So when I was an elementary counselor and I was teaching friendship skills looked very different for my kindergartners than my 5th graders. And so I may have done friendship skills in September because we're coming back to school, new groups of people are coming together. So I would have done K-1, so K in 1st grade, friendship skills. 2nd and 3rd grade, friendship skills. 4th and 5th grade, friendship skills. So I want to see things like that. I'm not asking you to, reinvent the wheel, but be strategic and think about all of the grade levels that you serve. And when we're looking at high school and we're doing suicide awareness that falls, anywhere between November and February, the way I did it with 9th grade looked a little bit different than the way I did it with my juniors and my seniors. And so those little differentiations count as one line item. So if we go back to the example of elementary, K1 friendship skills, 2-3 friendship skills, 4-5 friendship skills, there's 3 line items for September. So as long as the guidance principle or strand being focused on changes, we shouldn't do friendship skills September through May. Now we may in individual planning for small groups and things like that, but for guidance I should see some change. Red Ribbon Week in October. That's a great one that hits guidance. That would be in addition to your standard guidance. This is an ideal program. We're not looking at reality because the reality is what we get to provide in guidance is pretty limited, unfortunately. If this was a perfect world, what would our annual calendar look like? Individual planning, remember those are kind of those one-on-one services with students. It can also be reflected as small group. Depending on the topic is how we determine, is it more of responsive services, if it's like a group on grief, Or is it we need organizational skills, which is more academic, which would definitely fall into individual planning. Those of you that are going to support either 5th grade, 8th grade, think about transition. When does transition happen for students? What do we do for preparing students to go to middle school, to go to high school? Okay, those type of activities would happen around March or April. So just get creative in the activities that you provide. System support should be the easiest one because it's any activity that doesn't involve students. So any of the paper-based tasks, any coffee with the counselors, parent ed meetings, anything along those lines go in system support. And again, you can repeat. I don't want to see as much repetition in system support because there's so much flexibility in that domain. So I hope this helps you out a little bit. Please continue to send me questions and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Take care.